Happy Thursday, everybody. This morning we are talking about, the holidays. We all love the holidays, but they can be very polarizing on some issues, whether it's real or fake, or like colored versus white lights. Like, people feel very strongly about this.
Yes, they do.
One of those things, tinsel, and we're going to get to tinsel in a second, so chime in below. Let us know what you think about that. But there's really a whole list of things that people seem to be at odds over on what's the best way to celebrate.
So evidently, according to this survey, these were voted the top Christmas crimes or Christmas no-nos.
Yeah, that's right.
Strong word.
I know, right?
Number one, re-gifting a Christmas present. Do you ever re-gift? Just don't re-gift it to the person who gave it to you.
How do we feel about re-gifting?
I will keep a closet of
I don't have a problem
some
with it.
gifts.
Assuming that it's not something that like you've used.
If I am in need in a pinch and need to grab a candle or something,
sure,
nice.
Have it on hand. Okay. Just you got to remember who gave it to you.
Yikes.
Number two, wearing a cheesy Christmas sweater. I mean, come on.
I like a good
That's
Christmas
the
sweater.
best thing about the holidays.
List. That's
it's
what
like
I
one of the
know.
only time during the year where you can be tacky, right?
We ought to do that. We ought to do that one day.
Oh, well, National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day is December 15th.
Oh, hey.
FYI. Number three, not sending out Christmas cards, which I send out Christmas cards, but I'm okay if you don't send out Christmas cards. It's okay.
It's a hassle for a lot of people, so I don't blame you if you don't.
Number four, unbuttoning your pants after Christmas dinner.
Oh, shame on you.
Just wear those stretchy pants.
Did you say you do that?
I have done it before.
I mean, if you're with a close family, I think that's fine. But like, if you got like some from neighbors over and stuff like that,
then no. Then no.
I'm not sure that that's really appropriate.
If you're just with your immediate family.
Yes.
Or like best friends.
Totally.
Finally, leaving the table for a cigarette.
Where did this come from?
I know. I said, was this in the 1950s or something?
Where did the list come from? That's what I need to know.
But you know what? If you think about it, it's better if you got to do that, leave the table and do it at the table.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You mentioned worse would be technology.
Missing from that list is like devices, technology.
Totally.
Poor things.
Like that seems like that to me would be the biggest Christmas crime.
Yeah. So we want to know, what do you think? What are your Christmas no-nos that you say can't do it? Okay.
That brings us to tinsel.
Yeah, to tinsel.
Because evidently that is one thing that people are very divided about. It's part of a sort of a trend called a gaudy Christmas that some folks are getting into. I think shiny silver tinsel exploding on your trees like you see right there. I mean, that's a lot of tinsel.
That's too much.
That's probably a little too much.
That was kind of cute.
Yeah, shimmering centerpieces and all things that take you back to childhood, like some of those ornaments. It's a blow mold in the back there. We've got actually one of those. But a lot of folks say, no, they're not into it. They think it's tacky. It reminds people of cobwebs. A little too chaotic for everybody. So this morning we're asking, tinsel on the tree or not? Love it or hate it? Folks chiming in.
We just went to the Biltmore, and they had tinsel on a whole bunch of their trees. So I feel like if the Biltmore does it,
then
it's got to be
that's
okay.
Classic Christmas.
Classic Christmas.
Yeah.
But you don't want to clean it up.
That's what I'm saying. And then I just got like my little puppy. I don't need him eating all the tinsel up and then trying to like fish it out of his mouth. That's too much.
And I don't think it's good for the environment either.
A friend of mine who used to work in radio here in Charlotte, he had a home out near Lake Wiley, kind of out in the country at the time, had a little gully beside his house, and he was here 6 years. He would decorate his tree, lots of tinsel, lots of lights, finish with it, throw it down in there. You could watch you could see every year. They just threw it away
down
in that gully right there. That is who it is.
That is a different time.
Totally. Couldn't get away with that now.
No. And actually, we've got some of the comments people were making about tinsel, and it seemed to be.
It was split.
Yeah.
Like some people, it really is a love or hate kind of thing. But I mean, a lot of people are saying, hey, I loved it growing up in the 60s. So definitely a throwback. But right there, exactly what I was saying. Harmful to your pets. Also harmful to the environment. Larry, you're going to have to tell your friend.
That's right.
He's not doing that anymore, by the way. He learned his lesson after 6 years.
And Hank's saying, I love tinsel. It's classic. It reminds me of my childhood. The holidays are all about nostalgia. That comfort can't be replaced. Well said.
I know, Hank.
I said to Brad this week, I saw on Instagram somebody posted those bubble lights, that people put in their trees back in like the 80s. I said to him, I was like, if I decorated our tree, which I'm not allowed to do, If I decorated our tree, we'd be putting those on them because of the nostalgia.
Well, maybe you
because of the nostalgia.
a second tree, a
Maybe
fun
one for myself.
tree.
That's
There you
right.
go,
That's
exactly.
right. One for myself.
in the back.
I know. That's right. It doesn't. Yeah, just a little something.
Well, hey, Key, you said you recently headed to McAdenville.
Yes.
So fun.
It was
Did you love it?
magical. I took so many pictures, so many videos. It was the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. And so I'm excited to go back because I definitely will be.
Yes, it's a staple for so many people here, and
Christmas
thousands head to McAdenville to look at those Christmas lights. But some on social media were asking the question about Christmastown, USA. They had one specific question.
Yeah.
So here's Meghan Bragg with more.
It's this post on Reddit that's getting a lot of attention, asking about Christmastown, USA. So the poster asked several questions about the McAdenville lights, the town's annual Christmas lights extravaganza. So let's verify. So here's what we did. We went to these sources, the town of McAdenville and FAR, a McAdenville corporation that plays a big role in the festivities and helped establish this tradition. So let's take a look at the first question. Are residents required to decorate for the Christmas light display? There is a two-part answer to this. When I spoke with FAR representatives, they said yes, people living on the main path, which is Wesleyan Drive through Main Street, are required to decorate. But people who live in McAdenville but are not along the main route are encouraged but not required. The next question, do residents have to pay for electricity to power the light display on their homes? FAR says yes, homeowners do foot the bill for their electricity. According to McAdenville, the Christmastown, USA story began in 1956. Back when it was a mill town, FAR says the mill used to help residents pay the electricity bill. But today they have to pay on their own. And the final question, does the town start preparing for the Christmas display months before? FAR tells us they started preparing for all of this on Labor Day. So yes, they prepare for this Christmas display months before. The McAdenville lights runs until December 26th, so plenty of time to catch those lights and get into the holiday spirit. With your Verify, I'm Meghan Bragg.
Very interesting. All things we've talked about before, for the folks who live there in McAdenville. Earlier we were talking about things that annoy us during the holidays. John Kelly is saying he agrees about the Christmas cards because they can be very time consuming.
They are.
And
every year I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to do one next year. And then I do because I feel bad about it. But they are very time consuming. You do one as well.
Yep. And then Joy is not mincing any words. She says she detests tinsel.
See?
And she never uses it.
Is it the look of it, Joy, or is it just the fact of how messy it is and you have to clean it up?
I know.
It's both. I mean, if you can, I want to go to the Biltmore and see how they use the tinsel. Because to me it is. It's very tacky looking. So I want to see how they did it. Maybe if you I
have pictures. I'll send you.
Please do.
Yeah, all their trees are just stunning.
Well, they have industrial strength tinsel.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the industrial strength.
So chime in, let us know what do you like, what you don't like, and then we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
Bye, everybody.